Good afternoon, good morning, whatever time you'll be able to see this. So this is my first ever sector review. This is for my Discord, and I may release it to other people as well. This is my first time doing this, and this is pretty much how I find my plays for the week. So I can get a general analysis, pre-analysis before the week, potentially what may happen for day trades and swing trades. It shouldn't be too long. Um, Maybe 20, 30 minutes at the tops, I'm thinking. I'm going to go through the various sectors, and in my opinion, as a trader, you should always look for the strongest sectors and the weakest sectors and attack those, on a weekly and daily basis or whatever. Of course, this may not be fully correct because a lot of things, especially the geopolitical landscape right now, the news is very new. I mean, the stock market is very news driven, you know. Um, and I'm gonna get started in quite a bit. I'm gonna start with XLK. Gonna go through some of these sectors. So on the weekly time frame, this by all means is bearish, The weekly magnitude would be come down to here, which would be a 2-2 continuation. Daily time frame, this is bearish, you know, the 2 day as well. Now we come here, which this signifies the 200 EMA. We come up under here, then this would signify correction territory, which in my opinion, we are in a bad market. Also recession, although the government won't specifically name it for whatever reason. And the XLK, by the way, if you don't know this, inside this particular sector is NVIDIA, AMD, AMAT, your semiconductors, as well as the SMH sector as well. Same thing pretty much with the XLI um, sector. All of these sectors are pretty much bearish, seriously. This is a 2-2 continuation bearish as well. May look in this sector for some plays or whatever. The weekly time frame from XLC. This, by all means, is bearish as well. And for y'all who don't know, these lines that I'm drawing are specific price targets. Because you can just trade the ETFs or sectors as well. XLE, in my opinion, is headed for collision course to 65 or more. You can swing this. This is oil and energy. Got your ZOMs, CVXs, etc. in those. Nothing stopping it, in my opinion, until the what's going on in the geopolitical landscape changes, which, in my opinion, will last for a few more months, possibly years. XLF, which is the bank sector, this is bearish as well. Although this can absolutely bounce. I mean, which I'm sure it will try to. It's still above the 200 EMA, which is in not correction, but although by all means, this is a bearish setup. And I'll go with some tickers in my next video that I want to, attack or trade. Anytime you're under the 921 200 EMA, we are bearish. So that's what our bias should be. Let's check out XLV, which is the medicals. Oh, this been getting pummeled. This is probably something I should have been trading, but I'll definitely look for it this week. When the monthly is two down already. On the quarter, no, on the quarter would look just like a pullback, honestly. But this is bearish. Oil again, that's what this sector represents. This is bullish. Cyber, I think this is cybersecurity. Let me go through here. Yeah, this has AVGO, PANW, FTNT. Yeah, this is significant. This is at the cyber one. So realistically, I would swing this. It's not a strat actionable signal, but you could probably swing it out for a week or two, give or take, because you would be looking for a 3-2 continuation to the downside. Now, the 4 week is actionable. You'll be looking for a 1-2 rev. I think it would be a rev. Or a 2-1-2. My apologies. If this is bearish again, this is going way further than 294 in my opinion. And the reason why I say this because in a week it moves $30 in a week. It moves $12 in a day. I would be looking for this to obliterate this price target. Not much. Not much. under it, holding it up. I'm pretty sure there's an order block or a fair value gap because you come up under here. This is absolutely where you're going. I think this could be a good short, seriously. And I literally got that out of, this sector, CIBER sector. Now on the daily, this could be, I'm pretty sure you're going to test for that gap. So what it may do is come up here, fill the gap, and then, come back down here, which the obvious, that's the obvious nearest draw, you know, because a ticker is not just going to go fully your way or the way that you want it to, at least. No, this ticker here, I know I haven't traded in a while, but this ticker pays, especially like when you swing it or day trade it or whatever. This ticker absolutely is a bona fide killer in the market, like when you trade it. They do be rather costly though, like people with small accounts, this is not something you want to trade, especially like if you're wrong, because it will bite your ass. Let me get back to the sectors. Jets, which is airplanes, bearish. And this is a slower mover sector, and the ticker's in it as well. So this is what is in jets. And if any of y'all need any of this watch list playlist that I have put together, just, give me a shout out, let me know, and I'll send it to you all. Where's my jet sector? The ticker's this. Mm. Everybody in my Discord, they already know what I said. Oh, as soon as I seen it, said this is an Havana setup, which, these create some pretty explosive moves to the downside or to the upside. Definitely going to trade this one. This is on a week, so you could trade it weekly or you could trade it for next week expiration. We're under the 200 and 921 EMA. My bias is absolutely to the downside. Hmm. AAL. Now this one is a slower mover. I'm pretty sure a former colleague of mine's, he's probably looking at this as he likes, trading small or slow movers like this here. This is very small account friendly too, seriously. VA, I like trading BA. Well, I like making money from it, but BA is a ticker like Nvidia, meaning it has a freaking mind of its own. Seriously, I'm bearish on XLF, bullish on XLE, bearish on XLC, um, as well. This one, which is the tan sector, I would be mixed on this one. SMH. Ooh, we got a Nirvana on the week. XLU, we have a Holy Grail on the week. I sort of want to lean bullish towards this one. I haven't traded anything out this sector for a while. I'm not fully bullish, but it can definitely be. Let's go into the XLU sector, at least the holdings that's in it. I don't personally like any of that. Duke. And reason why I say Duke, because I know it has, I've seen that one traded quite a bit. I'm not gonna go you know, um, every single sector or whatever. That's not right. Pretty much went over let me see, IGV. I was bullish on this one weeks ago. I'm not so much anymore. This is clearly to the downside. And I'll give you all an individual ticker. Watch this later. This is my first time doing this one, so bear with me. It'll get better, and I'll go more in depth, as I get better with it. XLP sector, sort of like a doji candle on the weekly time frame. You're under the 921 200 EMA. Three bar on the daily, bullish, and it's going to fight, you know. And I think that'll be all for now. I'll go over this XME inside bar, which is actionable on the weekly. I'll go over the tickers in there. I'm not sure if I actually got the different tickers. I do. BTU. BTU is bullish. So if you maybe, maybe this is a sector like if you're holy grail on the daily, this is Alcoa. I haven't traded this in ages either. I'm sure a few years. If you want something bullish, maybe this is your sector that you want to attack. The only thing is this doesn't move a lot of dollars in a day. There's an ATR of $1.46 in a day. Yeah, this is bullish by all means. NEM was another ticker that I've traded in the past. CLF, FCX. A little bit off for my sector review currently. See you all next week.